So how's it going today?
Pretty good. I'm only running about an hour late.
Oh, fantastic. Is that the precious beer?
That is the precious beer.
Oh. So where are we heading today?
We are heading into Adelaide to deliver a couple of cartons to the Adelaide Sustainable Building Network, who will be serving our beer at their event later in the week, and then dropping past a couple of our venues to see how our kegs are going, and to drop in a couple of samples of our new products, which is the other fun part of running a brewery business, actually selling the beer. Unfortunately, the business doesn't go very far if you just buy it from yourself. We've actually been quite fortunate. There's several venues in Adelaide that have given us a lot of support and very early on put us on their tap rotations and gave us a shot. And so today is essentially just seeing how those various kegs are progressing.
Ooh, when did we have the tap takeover? 2 weeks ago?
Nearly 3 weeks.
3 weeks we've had it on tap, yeah.
Has it been doing okay?
It's been doing really well. Those coffee stouts are really popular, and lots of people were doing their whole comparison and having their light roast and their cold drip, and we had many conversations around which one had more caffeine and which one had...
No. Did anyone put ice cream with it?
No, but I saw your photo on Instagram and I was like, he did it. I was like,
Yeah, one of them. We have a Turkish coffee stout, which basically is a beer affogato when you add ice cream to it.
Oh.
It's just awesome.
Actually, there's bottles in the fridge. I might have to take one home and do that. Very much believe in supporting the small independent people in the market. That's something that's very important to me in terms of my purchasing as well, as in my personal purchasing, not my purchasing of the bar. So,
You know, you want to get to know the staff so that they'll recommend your product, but also they know who you are, so that when you're in the bar, they can point you out to people. It's a looking zombie splattered motorcycle.
No, it's all right, thank you.
Indeed. So right there is our stuff. One of the reasons why they're always our first call, this whole bottle shop is South Australian.
Life experience.
Everything in here is South Australian, so they always get the first shot. This is CUB's Big Red.
So why are you trying it?
Because I've heard many good things about it, and I hadn't tried it.
See you guys, have a good day.
What about the cans from the last episode?
They are being labelled as soon as we get the labels in. On occasion, you get taken by surprise by the alcohol content and have to adjust your labels.
Oh, fantastic.
And delay their printing. We came in just a little bit higher in alcohol than we expected and higher than the labelling laws allow, so we had to modify the label artwork before we could print it. So we have cans that'll wait about 5 or 6 days before the labels arrive.
Isn't it so terrible when your beer has too much alcohol in it?
That is terrible. But we're not talking a huge amount. It was 0.3% over the amount written on the label, and for beer, the limit for a beer that's not naturally conditioned is 0.2%.
So
Slightly off. Whereas with wine,
just
they
set it on fire a little bit. It'll burn off the alcohol.
No, we're not going to do that. No. And with wine, they get 1.5%. They could drive a bus through it. Our ultra high-tech cold storage solution. Oh, good shot. The staff who man the office have already run off to run another event today, so we're just waiting to work out where I should leave the beer. And my camera guy would like to film it if that's okay. So it just so happens we're doing promo as well. We have 2 of our coffee stouts. Now they are Turkish coffee strength.
ooh.
So they're a small shot is a double espresso.
This is Greg.
Yeah,
He
Greg,
is beer connoisseur, I think.
Just because Warwick's not here.
I know, Warwick's
Probably leaves me to see.
I know what I had in the car, so if you tell me you like the bottle of the can, I can sort that out. The joys of small business delivery. And I just hope you weren't planning to try and get anything finished in the last half hour of the day. So that's a 6% ABV stout.
Whoa, it
with
smells like a cup
Turkish
of
coffee.
Ooh.
So at the end of the
You can
brewing
smell,
process,
I'll smell it.
there's a long boil where we make the sugary water concentrate.
Is it?
And we actually make it as Turkish coffee. So at the end of that, we stir it. When it gets to 95 degrees, we put the Turkish coffee in it.
Wow, okay.
Oh, it smells really good.
Yeah, it sounds like
That's really good.
Yeah, and it's a lot of, ends up with a lot of bitterness in it.
Yeah, so the bitterness in that beer comes from coffee, whereas we normally use hops
Yeah.
to make it bitter.
I like some pretty
So it does kind of wrong foot you because you're expecting that kind of a big malty sweet stout,
Yes.
and then you take
Yes.
a whiff and take a sip and you go, no, I'm gonna do
We
something
probably should try
completely
the other one first, shouldn't we?
Oh no,
We could do one.
that one's got a lot. That
Working
one's got a lot more.
backwards.
That one's got a lot more hops in it. So those flavours are still very dominant.
different. Yeah.
It reminds me, like the Belgian Christmas beers and things.
Yes.
Like they just layer on the flavour and the intensity.
Yes.
That's what it reminds
Yes.
me.
syrup.
Yeah, because you got to work through the kind of like the coffee bitterness because of the hops and
Yeah.
or sort of the malts underneath it. It's, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so then we have a.
The friendly bison.
Do you
Which-
remember what these are
Very
called?
different.
Yes.
Yes.
I remember the coffee stout and the friendly bison.
Yeah, a lot of hops in that.
Yep. And that's the so the hop we use for the dry hop is called Sriracha Ace from Japan. It's got that marzipan and
Where did they grow?
Oh, you don't like coffee?
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you drink coffee.
No, or
Yeah, I've got a fresh glass
we have
of
the same problem in the Barossa. There's only a few varieties that yield really well.
Yeah, okay.
Try that one. No,
We have a hop farm in Tanunda.
Poor Kieran doesn't drink coffee, so the first one's not working for him.
Yeah. It's not your fault. The first one is genuinely coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's got a bit of ginger in it.
It doesn't though. That's again that comes from the hop. So the Sriracha Ace hop gives us those marzipan aromas. It gives it that hint of ginger. It's really fascinating. And my business partner who created that beer. There's 5 of us and we're all brewers. So that one's my business partner Alexi, who was actually the reason why we bring beer to the Sustainable Building Network, because he knows the guys.
I can see you having the coffee one on, like, a cold night.
And the coffee ones, that's one of our real specialties. So that's not something we expect people to buy bottles of. And yeah. Whereas that can will be headed to the King's Head probably Friday next week.
So is that what you've brought?
Yeah. So and for that one, because they desperately wanted it, we had to do our high-tech manual labels.
Oh wow.
Thanks very much. Sorry for interrupting. See you later.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Bye. The people I was delivering beer to were out running an event, so they asked me to leave it with one of their neighbours, and they were interested in the brewery, so I had some spare beer. So we just had a brief introduction to our beer. There is some co-ownership between the brewery and Nola. Yeah, one of my business partners is also a partner in this bar, which is awesome.
Good, so good.
We're pretty pleased with it.
Yeah.
It was impossible to name, but it's really easy to drink.
I made a stout at home about a month ago. It's in bottle now. It's been bottled for about 2 weeks. And I just got, I borrowed off a friend. I traded a bunch of wine for it.
Yep.
One of the Robo Brews.
Oh, yep, yep.
I hadn't used it before. I wanted to do a real simple recipe for a stout. So I wanted to be a little bit of a Nazi when it came to the equipment. So I called it Kraut Stout. So that works.
Yeah.
And then, something goes wrong, or if I didn't sanitize things well enough and it turns sour,
You can blame the Germans.
sauerkraut stout.
I like it. That is, and you don't even know that there should be puns on these videos, and now we have one.
Nice one.
Well, see you next time.
See you guys.
Bye. See you later.
See you later, bro.
See you around.